What if I tell you that you can own your business single-handedly and still get all the benefits of a regular company? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in this video, you will come across a business structure which allows you to exactly to do so. Hi, I'm Sugan, a startup advisor at Setindiabiz, where we provide tax, compliance and IPR services to businesses in India. My purpose in this video is to explain the corporate structure of a one-person company and its incorporation, so that single entrepreneurs can set up their company by themselves without the need of sharing any ownership. The topics I will cover include: number 1, meaning of the one-person company, minimum requirements of one-person company, number 3, process of one-person company registration, and number 4, documents required for one-person company registration. So let's begin without any delay. What is one-person company? To understand what a one-person company is, you must first understand the meaning of a private company. Private companies, according to the Companies Act, are entities which do not trade to transfer their shares freely or publicly. Their shares cannot be held by the general public or get listed on stock exchange platforms. According to the Companies Act, a one-person company is a type of private company which cannot have more than a single shareholder. The sole shareholder is entitled to 100% ownership and profits, but his liabilities are limited to the unpaid amount of his subscribed capital. Most importantly, one-person company must be incorporated to conduct its operations legally in India. Later in this video, I will explain the exact process of doing so. But before that, let's first understand the requirements of setting up a one-person company. What are the minimum requirements for starting a one-person company? To start a one-person company, there are a few things you need to make sure of. Let's see what these things are one by one. First up is the minimum number of shareholders. So, for a one-person company, you already know that you require only one shareholder. But can the shareholder be just anybody? Certainly not. The Companies Act places a few restrictions upon the shareholders of a one-person company. He must be an Indian citizen who is more than 18 years of age. Further, the Second Amendment to Company Incorporation Rules brought in 2021 raised the prohibition over NRIs to set up a one-person company. So, as of now, any Indian citizen, whether resident in India or not, can start an OPC, provided he is not a minor. Also, the shareholder must select a nominee to succeed him if he suddenly leaves his office. This nominee may or may not be blood relative. Nominee selection is mandatory before the company gets incorporated. Second requirement is related to the company's directors. One-person company must have at least one director to operate. However, their maximum number could be increased to 15. Directors are the apex management authority in a company, controlling all its internal affairs and compliances. Any individual over 18 years of age can be appointed as a director, whether he is an Indian citizen or a foreigner. However, the Companies Act places a small limitation here. Out of all the directors appointed, at least one must be a resident Indian. The Second Amendment rules we discussed earlier reduce the stay period of a resident director to 120 days from the previous requirements of 182 days to make sure this condition is met easily. The next requirement deals with the registered office. An OPC must have a registered office as its official address or correspondence. This place must be fully constructed and localable to maintain all the important documents and records. It is this address with which the company gets incorporated by the registrar of companies. Coming out to our last requirement, a valid and unique company name. The name must be selected with utmost care, as it will not just represent your brand but also business activity to customers. Watch our detailed video on how to name a company for more information. Link is given in the description. Please note here that there is no minimum requirement of capital to start an OPC. The shareholder can invest any amount he likes. Now that you know what's required to set up a one-person company, let's proceed to its registration process. How to register a one-person company? A Up until now, we have understood the meaning of our one company and the minimum requirements to set it up. In case you still have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments or contact our advisors for free consultation. As far as the process is concerned, it can be completed in a series of simple steps. Let me explain these steps to you one by one. Obtaining Digital Signature Certificate (DSC). The first step is to obtain digital signatures of promoters. Since all the filings during registration, including the documents and forms, are done online, digital signatures of promoters are needed to authenticate them. Digital signatures are electronic equivalent of handwritten or physical signatures. You can watch our detailed video on how to obtain a digital signature for complete information. Proceeding to the next step. Applying for name reservation. We have already discussed name as a requirement earlier in this video. Once you have selected a name for the company, it needs to be approved by the ROC. For this, an application in Spice Plus Part A form has to be submitted with at least 2 proposed names. The name that's found to be valid will be reserved for your company. The ROC may give resubmission chances if the names proposed are not valid. Note that if a name is reserved, its validity will only extend to the next 20 days. So make sure your company is incorporated within this 20-day window only. In the next step, we will prepare the company's constitutional documents. Preparations of MOA and AOA. An OPC primarily have 2 legal documents for incorporation: the Memorandum and Articles of Association. While the memorandum contains the basic legal information about the company, the articles contain its internal rules and regulations. Both these documents must be drafted in their correct formats for submission to the ROC. Since they are legal documents of the company, they must be stamped by a public notary and signed by all its shareholders. To know what stamp duty and notary charges are applicable in your state, contact our advisors. Filling the application for incorporation. Finally, to incorporate the company, an application in the Spice Plus Part B form is filed to the ROC, along with MOA and AOA drafted in the last step. All the other documents of promoters are registered office are digitally uploaded and the application fees are paid online before final submission. With this, we proceed to our last step, issue of incorporation certificate. Upon approval of the Spice Plus form by ROC, a digital certificate of incorporation is issued with company PAN and TAN. Issuance of the certificate is a conclusive proof that the company have been successfully registered. Also, the ROC will allot a CIN or corporate identification number for unique identification of the company. This completes our discussion on the process. However, there are certain documents you need to know about as their non-submission could lead to delays in the registration process and in severe cases a complete rejection of the application. Documents for OPC registration. The documents crucial for OPC registration can be categorized into promoters' documents and documents of the registered office. Promoters include the shareholders and all directors of the OPC. They have to submit their KYC documents. These includes number 1, PAN card, number 2, ID proof where they can submit their driving license, voter ID or passport. However, if the promoter is a foreigner, passport will be mandatory. Number 3, address proof where they can submit any utility bill like electricity, water or telephone bill not older than 2 months. Number 4, passport sized colored photographs. Coming to the next set of documents related to the registered office. Firstly, the proof of address or residence has to be submitted. Any utility bill in the company's name will work for that. Also, a no objection certificate by the property owner will be required. I have linked the format to the NOC in the description box. All these documents have to be scanned and digitally uploaded with the OPC registration form. With this, we have come to the end of this video. Hopefully, you have understood everything we just discussed about 1% company registration. If you still have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section or call our startup advisors for free consultation. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel for more such informative content ahead. Click on the notification icon so that whenever we post a new video, you are the first one to get notified. Thank you for watching. Watch our other videos as well.